A heart filled with love is like a phoenix that no cage can imprison. A rebirth out of spiritual adversity causes us to become new creatures. Whether we remain the ash or become the phoenix is up to us. In order to rise from its own ashes, a phoenix first must burn. He was a phoenix of blood, rising from the ashes of those who had fallen and suffered before him. All the pleasure of sin cannot be compared to the satisfaction with sweetness of life in the Spirit. Some things scratch the surface, while others strike at your soul. Birth is violent, and out of that violence is our only chance of rebirth. Only the phoenix rises and does not descend. And everything changes. And nothing is truly lost. Convalescence is a sort of grown-up rebirth, enabling us to see life with a fresh eye. Every reader exists to ensure for a certain book a modest immortality. Reading is, in this sense, a ritual of rebirth. We are born and reborn again and again. We are changing with the waves of time. Old words are reborn with new faces. I can be changed by what happens to me, but I refuse to be reduced by it. Everywhere we shine, death and life burn into something new. Each night, when I go to sleep, I die. And the next morning, when I wake up, I am reborn. The sooner the rebirth, the prettier the corpse. Temper us in fire, and we grow stronger. When we suffer, we survive. It is not more surprising to be born twice than once. Everything in nature is resurrection. Suffering can lead to transformation and redemption and marvelous mystery. The road to national rebirth is a hard one, but there is no other. Forgetfulness of your real nature is true death. Remembrance of it is rebirth. You must learn a new way to think before you can master a new way to be. Then came the healing time, hearts started to shine, soul felt so fine, oh what a freeing time it was. If the soul is immortal, then it is one with the Godhead. Hardly has the universe stretched its wings to span when it gathers to egg once more. I've had so many rebirths, I should come with my own midwife by now. Redemption leads to rebirth. Each time we exhale, the world ends. When we inhale, there can be, if we allow it, rebirth and spiritual renewal. It all transpires inside of us. in our consciousness, in our hearts. All the time. The real question is not whether life exists after death. The real question is whether you are alive before death. It will be an outgrowth of this incarnation, and what happens between birth and death. Everyone focuses on the earthly state, but how cool might death be? I believe in spiritual rebirth, and I can't wait to experience that. My sun sets to rise again. There can be no renewal of our relationship with nature without a renewal of humanity itself. Coming together is a beginning, staying together is progress, and working together is success. Every day is a renewal, every morning the daily miracle. This joy you feel is life. Perhaps the earth can teach us as when everything seems dead and later proves to be alive. Now I'll count up to 12. And you keep quiet, and I will go. If you are renewed by grace and were to meet your old self, I am sure you would be very anxious to get out of his company. The key to continual and deeper spiritual renewal and revival is the continual rediscovery of the gospel. Renewal requires opening yourself up to new ways of thinking and feeling. We must accept finite disappointment, but never lose infinite hope. Madness need not be all breakdown. It may also be breakthrough. True guilt is guilt at the obligation one owes to oneself to be oneself. False guilt is guilt felt at not being what other people feel one ought to be, or assume that one is. You give but little when you give of your possessions. It is when you give of yourself that you truly give. Change is supremely inconvenient, uncomfortable, and naturally scary. Yet we only move through life through the process of change, reinvention, and renewal, and so bravery is our quintessential rebel for pushing us past our own limiting beliefs and behaviors. The only way to support a revolution is to make your own. Every revolution seems impossible at the beginning, and after it happens, it was inevitable. The receding wave does not despair. It knows it will rise again. Life depends on change and renewal. Nothing happens until the pain of remaining the same outweighs the pain of change. Rest when you're weary. Refresh and renew yourself, your body, your mind, your spirit. Then get back to work. Change alone is eternal, perpetual, and immortal. Change, like sunshine, can be a friend or a foe, a blessing or a curse, a dawn or a dusk. Change is painful, but nothing is as painful as staying stuck somewhere you don't belong. Dreams are the seeds of change. Nothing ever grows without a seed, and nothing ever changes without a dream. Life is a series of natural and spontaneous changes. Don't resist them. That only creates sorrow. Let reality be reality. Let things flow naturally forward, in whatever way they like. Life will only change when you become more committed to your dreams than you are your comfort zone. Few can accept happiness if it means change. The main dangers in this life are the people who want to change everything or nothing. If you don't change your beliefs, your life will be like this forever. Rather than wishing for change, you first must be prepared to change.